Let's get right into it. Number 10. The friendly blue-ringed octopus. You're snorkeling. The water is crystal clear. Your stress levels have temporarily signed a peace treaty with your spine, and then you see it. A tiny, adorable octopus with neon blue rings glowing like it just came from a rave. Your brain immediately says, wow, nature is so pretty. Your hand, however, is about to commit a felony. Because that little octopus? That's not a pettable Pokemon. That's a biological hitman the size of a golf ball. The blue-ringed octopus carries tetrodotoxin, the same neurotoxin found in pufferfish, and it's not just deadly, it's efficient. We're talking shuts down your nervous system while you remain fully conscious, levels of rude. One bite can paralyze your muscles so completely that you can't breathe, can't move, and can't scream, all while your brain is sitting there like, well, this is unfortunate. What makes this worse is that the octopus doesn't look dangerous. It doesn't hiss. It doesn't bite aggressively. It just exists quietly, flashing those blue rings like a warning label your instincts are absolutely ignoring. And yes, those rings mean back up or become a tragic documentary reenactment. The psychology here is simple. Your brain equates small and colorful with harmless. It's the same reason toddlers try to eat crayons and adults trust salads more than burgers. But in nature, bright colors often mean I am toxic, venomous, or emotionally unavailable. And here's the fun part. There is no antidote. Doctors can only support your breathing and hope your body survives long enough for the toxin to wear off. Basically, modern medicine just puts you on life support and whispers encouraging words at your immune system. So if you see one of these glowing aquatic marshmallows, appreciate it from a distance. Take a picture, wave politely, and for the love of oxygen, do not touch it. Number 9, the tree that literally explodes. Imagine walking through a peaceful tropical forest. Birds are chirping. The air smells like greenery and false confidence. Then suddenly, bang, a tree explodes near you like nature just rage quit. Meet the sandbox tree, also known as the dynamite tree, because subtlety was never part of its brand. This thing doesn't just drop seeds. It launches them at up to 150 miles per hour. That's faster than a highway speed limit and significantly faster than your ability to duck. The fruit dries out, pressure builds inside, and then, boom, it detonates, sending seeds flying in all directions like wooden shrapnel. Early explorers reported hearing explosions in the jungle and assuming it was gunfire. Nope, just plants being dramatic. But wait, the tree isn't done trying to hurt you. The bark is covered in sharp, poisonous spikes because apparently one defense mechanism wasn't enough. The sap is toxic and can cause severe skin irritation or blindness if it gets in your eyes. And the seeds? Also poisonous. Basically, every part of this tree woke up and chose violence. So why would anyone touch it? Because it looks normal. Just a tree. Tall. Calm. Standing there minding its business like it's not plotting your downfall. Your brain loves patterns. Trees equal shade. Trees equal safety. Trees equal lean against this while you take a selfie. And the sandbox tree exploits that trust like a scam email written by Mother Nature herself. The irony is that this tree has been used historically for making furniture, poisons, and even torture devices, which means humans looked at a weaponized explosion plant and said, yes, let's build with this. So if you're ever in a tropical area and see a tree with spiky bark and suspiciously large fruit, maybe don't hug it. Because this isn't a tree that wants love. This is a tree that wants witnesses. Number 8, the cute, fluffy death caterpillar. You see something small. It's fuzzy. It looks like a misplaced cotton ball with legs. Your first thought isn't danger, it's awe. And that's exactly how the puss caterpillar wins. This innocent-looking fuzz nugget is actually one of the most venomous caterpillars in the world. Under that soft exterior are venomous spines that inject toxin the moment you brush against it. Not sting, not bite, exist near it incorrectly. The pain has been described as intense, radiating, and emotionally humbling. People report burning sensations that spread through their limbs, headaches, nausea, fever, and sometimes muscle spasms. Basically, your nervous system lights up like it just got personally offended. Why does this thing exist? Defense. Birds love caterpillars. Nature responded by creating a larva that feels like a medical emergency. Evolution is petty like that. Your brain is terrible at judging danger when softness is involved. Fluffy equals safe. It's why people trust plush toys, certain dogs, and motivational quotes written in cursive. The caterpillar knows this. It is a trap disguised as a pillow. And unlike bees or wasps, it doesn't announce itself. No buzzing, No warning, just a silent, fuzzy ambush. You don't even have to pick it up. Brushing against it is enough to ruin your afternoon, your dignity, and your belief in kindness. So if you see something that looks like it belongs on a children's book cover but is sitting alone in the wild, don't touch it. Nature doesn't do cute without a reason. Number 7, the stone that's actually a fish. Imagine stepping into shallow water. You're careful. You're relaxed. You put your foot down, and suddenly you regret every life decision that led to this moment. The stonefish is the most venomous fish in the world, and it looks exactly like a rock. Not rock-like, rock. Lumpy, boring, algae-covered, emotionally invisible rock. Its dorsal spines contain venom so potent it can cause extreme pain, paralysis, tissue death, and yes, sometimes death. And stepping on it drives those spines straight into your foot like nature's version of a bear trap. The pain isn't just bad, it's legendary. Victims describe it as unbearable, soul leaving your body, time slowing down pain. Some people reportedly begged for amputation, others passed out. Everyone reconsidered their beach plans. The stonefish doesn't chase you, it doesn't hunt you, it just sits there pretending to be nothing, which is genius because your brain filters out nothing constantly. Rocks don't matter, rocks are safe, rocks are boring, until they stab you. This is camouflage at its most disrespectful. The stonefish relies entirely on your brain's laziness, and when it works, it really works. So in tropical waters, never assume the ground is friendly. Shuffle your feet, look where you step, and remember, if something looks too much like nothing, it might be the most dangerous thing in the room. Number 6, the plant that burns without fire. Imagine brushing against a leaf, not a thorn, not a cactus, just a leaf. And then your skin starts screaming like it just touched lava and betrayal at the same time. Meet the jimpy plant, also known as the suicide plant because subtlety has never been nature's strength. This thing doesn't just sting, it delivers microscopic silica needles coated in neurotoxin that embed themselves into your skin. And once they're in, good luck evicting them. The pain is instant, intense, and long-lasting. We're not talking minutes or hours. Some victims report pain that lasts weeks. Others say it comes back months later when the area is exposed to cold water. Imagine your skin holding a grudge. People have described the sensation as being electrocuted, burned, and stabbed all at once. One scientist reportedly compared the pain to being burned with hot acid and electrocuted simultaneously, which is a sentence that should end all curiosity. And it doesn't stop at touch. The tiny hairs can break off, become airborne, and sting you just by existing near the plant. Even dead leaves can still hurt you. This plant has posthumous hostility. Why does it exist? Again, defense. Herbivores learned very quickly to never touch it again. Humans, unfortunately, learned the hard way and then wrote warning signs about it. Your brain assumes plants are passive, plants don't chase, plants don't bite, plants are salad, and the jimpy exploits that assumption like a malicious software update. So if you're hiking and see a plant with heart-shaped leaves that looks innocent and inviting, don't touch it, because this isn't a plant. It's a long-term pain subscription. Number 5, the animal that makes you fear snails. Let's talk about the cone snail. Slow, pretty. Shell looks like it belongs in a souvenir shop. Everything about it says harmless ocean decor, and that's how it gets you. Cone snails hunt using a harpoon-like tooth loaded with venom. Yes, a snail with a harpoon. Nature saw slow and said, let's compensate aggressively. The venom is a complex cocktail of neurotoxins designed to instantly paralyze prey, and humans, not immune. One sting can cause paralysis, respiratory failure, and death. There's no anti-venom. Treatment is supportive care and hope. What makes this especially dangerous is how tempting it is to pick up. People collect shells, tourists grab them, and if the snail inside is alive, congratulations, you've just held a loaded weapon with feelings. The venom acts so fast that victims sometimes don't even feel pain at first. That's the worst part. No immediate warning. Just a calm moment before your muscles stop responding and your body starts ignoring your breathing instructions. Your brain equates slow with safe. Fast animals are scary. Slow ones are cute. The cone snail weaponizes that bias like a marine assassin. So if you see a beautiful shell in the ocean and think, this would look great on my shelf, maybe let the ocean keep it. Because some souvenirs come with a funeral plan. Number 4, the frog that turns touch into a bad decision. You see a frog, bright colors, tiny body, big personality energy. Frogs are basically the mascots of harmless nature. And then there's the poison dart frog here to ruin that reputation. These frogs don't bite, they don't sting, they don't chase. They just sit there, covered in toxins so powerful that touching them can be fatal. Their skin secretes poisons that interfere with nerve signals, leading to paralysis and heart failure. Indigenous tribes famously use this toxin to coat their darts, which should have been your first clue. What's wild is that the frog doesn't even make the poison itself. It gets it from its diet, ants and insects that contain toxic compounds. Take the frog out of the wild, feed it a boring zoo diet, and it loses its toxicity. So yes, this frog is only deadly because it eats spicy bugs. The bright colors are a warning, nature's version of a neon sign that says, "Do not touch." But your brain thinks it's decorative, exotic, Instagrammable. Humans are drawn to color. We associate brightness with beauty, not danger. That's why warning signs have to literally spell things out. The frog is relying on instinct. You are relying on vibes. Vibes lose. So if you ever see a frog that looks like it was painted by a highlighter factory, admire it with your eyes, not your hands. Because this frog's entire defense strategy is your curiosity. Number 3, the fish that electrocutes first and asks questions. Never. Let's talk about electric eels. First of all, not eels. They're knife fish. Nature lies to you right out of the gate. These creatures can generate electric shocks of up to 600 volts. That's enough to knock a human unconscious. And they don't just shock once. They can deliver rapid pulses like a living taser with a grudge. Electric eels use electricity to hunt, navigate, and defend themselves. They can even leap out of the water to shock predators directly, because apparently physics is optional now. The danger isn't just the shock itself. It's what happens next. Lose muscle control in water, and suddenly drowning becomes part of the experience. Many injuries happen not because of the electricity, but because the person couldn't swim afterward. Your brain hears eel and thinks slimy annoyance, not biological power plant. But electric eels are masters of escalation. They don't warn you, they don't bluff, they just flip the switch. So if you're ever in murky freshwater and feel a sudden jolt, congratulations. You've met a fish that runs on pure electricity and bad intentions. Number 2, the flower that eats you back. You're walking through a field. There's a plant with purple tubular flowers. It looks elegant, regal, like something that belongs on a teacup. And then you remember its name, deadly nightshade, also known as belladonna, because apparently poisoning people needed better branding. This plant doesn't stab you, it doesn't sting, it doesn't explode, it waits. Every part of it is toxic, the leaves, the roots, the berries, especially the berries, which look shiny and edible and just sweet enough to ruin your entire week. The toxins mess with your nervous system. Symptoms include hallucinations, confusion, rapid heart rate, seizures, and in severe cases, death. Historically, people used it as poison, medicine, cosmetic eye drops, and assassination assistants, because humans love multitasking. What makes nightshade especially dangerous is how normal it looks. No spikes, no warning colors, just a pretty plant quietly existing while being a full-on chemical weapon. Your brain trusts plants that look garden-approved. If it has flowers, it must be safe. That logic has ended many timelines. So if you see mysterious berries in the wild and think, how bad could one be? That thought has a body count. Number 1, the creature you should never touch. Yourself in panic. Surprise! The most dangerous thing in nature isn't an animal, a plant, or a glowing sea nightmare. It's you making bad decisions. Most injuries in nature don't happen because something attacked. They happen because someone touched, grabbed, stepped on, or panicked near something they didn't understand. Curiosity plus confidence is a lethal combo. Your brain underestimates slow, small, quiet, or pretty things. It overestimates its own ability to react. And when fear hits, logic leaves through the nearest emergency exit. The real lesson? Nature doesn't need to chase you. It just waits for you to get comfortable. So look, observe, respect the distance, and maybe don't pet things that evolved for millions of years specifically to make that a terrible idea. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them. Sketchy Logic Explains is an educational entertainment animation channel that explores the truth behind everyday mysteries. I put genuine effort into drawing every single day. It's not easy at all. Please help me with one subscription. It truly means a lot to me. I love you all.